Hello, it is 8 p.m. on February 23rd, 2020, and welcome to the weather update. And we've had a whole lot of beautiful weather. The past 3 days have been clear, which is very unusual to have, especially these days, to have three clear days in a row. Friday was cold, in the low, probably we were only around 33, but then yesterday we were in the mid and upper 40s. Today we were in the 50s, and we'll take a look at that in a minute. But this is what the sky looked like today. Not a cloud in the sky here on the high resolution satellite. Here's yesterday, the 22nd as well. You'll notice that they're doing some controlled burns in New Jersey. Let's see if we can. Yeah, that shows up nicely. So these are actually controlled burns that they were doing in their pine barrens. And you know what? We were doing some controlled burns too in our pine barrens as well. This is from Saturday, and then here is Friday, and you can see also the controlled burns in New Jersey. And there was some on Long Island as well, but for some reason it doesn't show up on this satellite. They were doing some, but they started much later in the afternoon. But we did have some control, and this was Friday, so you could see just a beautiful day all around. Three beautiful days in a row. Looking at the current satellite loop here, you will see that the clear days are coming to an end. We have some more clouds rolling in that will be in place for tomorrow, but it's still going to be a lot of sunshine even tomorrow. 3 days, and yes, I went to the Pine Barrens each and every one of these days. Every single day. So let's go and look at our current conditions first across the area. We'll look at a couple of observations here. First, Farmingdale. So 43 right now at Farmingdale. There is a sea breeze on Long Island, which brought the temperatures down, but we still managed to hit 54 before that sea breeze came in the afternoon. For yesterday, we hit 50 at Farmingdale yesterday, but the day before, Farmingdale only got up to 36 degrees. But you could see just clear skies all throughout in Farmingdale. Let's go look at West Hampton. Central Park is at 51. You can see it's much warmer in the city. Again, the city is a hotter place. So 40 at West Hampton Gabreski Airport. Of course, I want to see how cold. So they got up to 51 today. A little more of a sea breeze influence over there. Let's see what they got down to last night. So they got down to 14 last night at West Hampton, and 13 on this was on Saturday morning. They got down to 13, and you could see on Saturday it only hit 32. On Friday it only hit 32 at West Hampton, and it was 45 yesterday and 50 today. Definitely a lot warmer, but still not that warm. Central Park's 51, and I bet you it got close 56 there, so a lot warmer in the city, of course. And yesterday it also hit 50 as well. And we'll lastly look at New Jersey, and we'll see what New Jersey is, because I'm sure it was pretty warm in Toms River today. I'm almost positive of it. We're going to go take a look at that. So right now down to 38 though at Miller Air Park, but yeah, near 60 in Toms River. Of course, the warmest spot always Toms River, 58. But it did drop down. It gets cold at night there. 16 this morning, and last morning it was Saturday morning it was 15. Saturday they got up to 50, I believe. Yeah, they got up to 50 in Toms River, and then for Friday it was 35, so still pretty chilly actually in Toms River that day. But today was the really warm day there, 58 degrees there in Toms River. And I'm just curious now about Fort Dix, McGuire Air Force Base. See what they got up to today. 57. Okay, so yeah, it got closer to 60 in New Jersey. Not a surprise. Not a surprise at all. Interesting that that's just ground clutter. I'm noticing stuff on the radar. But that's just, what is that? Let's look at that for a minute. You see that? I wonder if that's smoke from controlled burns. I think it's just ground clutter. But I want to talk about the controlled burns, that we were doing some controlled burns on Long Island. And if we go to the Twitter of the National Weather Service, you will see, as soon as it loads, that they were doing controlled burns, believe it or not, in the Pine Barrens. As soon as it loads, for whatever reason, yeah, I don't know why, it just doesn't want to load. It's like stuck on that little icon there, and we can't get it to load. I don't know what the hell's going on here. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do this. I'm thinking of getting rid of Chrome. Well, I'm not getting rid of it, but just using a different browser because, yeah, Twitter's not working. I can't seem to load the Twitter page at all. I just get that thing there, and now it's finally loading. Jeez. I don't know. Chrome, I'm thinking, I'm not thinking to get rid of it, but I'm thinking of possibly. Chrome has been slow lately. It used to be a simple. One of the great things about Chrome was it used to be a very simple browser to use, very quick, but now it's almost as slow as Internet Explorer. It's just, you know. Anyway, strong temperature inversion, but this is what I want to talk to you. I want to show you this. Let me see if I can get to it here. There we go. So this is the post right here that they made. So this is a hotspot, smoke from a prescribed fire burn just northeast of our office in Upton. So they were doing controlled burns somewhere in the Pine Barrens. Looks like somewhere in Brookhaven State Park. You could see there was actually some smoke from it. It actually showed up on the. So this was on Friday that they were doing this controlled burn. So that's pretty interesting. Okay, so now we look at the week ahead and we take a look at the weather, which will be changing. We've had some really nice weather, but now it's going to be changing. And in this weather update, we're going to talk about that changing this week. I'm not going to actually look at the upper air in this one. Well, I guess I should look at the upper air because that's part of it. So let's change this over to regions here, and we'll go to North America. And we will go and look at the upper air, just to give you an idea of the pattern that we're in. So we've had this ridge in the east, but we've had dry airflow, so we've had clear skies. But now we're going to have a bigger ridge building as a trough builds in the west, so that means you're going to see the moisture coming up the east coast, and that means rain Tuesday and Wednesday. There's that trough coming through, and you can see that trough comes through, and it's pretty deep Friday and to Saturday, but still, we've got that positively tilted. I believe that's a positively. It's not a negatively tilted trough. It's a positively tilted trough. So that means no snowstorms basically. And looking at the general pattern going forward, and another ridge builds after that, and then another trough, same kind of tilt to it, maybe a little more. Do have some troughs coming in, which is good, but no real Arctic air. No sign of any really bitterly cold Arctic air coming in. Has some occasionally, if you want Arctic air, I think it's done. You're going to have to wait till next winter because I really don't see it happening here. This is the Euro, the trough on the Euro. So let's go back to the GFS. I'll change, and we'll go look at the surface now and see what's happening. So if I sound tired, I am, because I've just done a lot of hiking 3 days in a row. It's exhausting, but you got to grab these nice days while you got them, because sometimes you can go a long time before we get a nice day, and this week's going to be one of those weeks. I think we're going to have some crappy weather. So the high moves away, and that beautiful high that we had has moved away. And now we are seeing this low pressure system move up into our area, track west of the Appalachians into the Great Lakes. You see rain chances for Tuesday and Wednesday as well. With this, again, low tracking off to the west. They will all track this way this whole winter. And here we are, Friday, first day, and it will be feeling. March will come in like a lion as far as it being cold, because we have this high building down. We're going to have some cold weather for the weekend. And again, we have another big high moving in, and we should have another nice stretch of weather, hopefully, next weekend. And then that high moves out. Storm, same deal, west track, basically no snowstorms. But the good news is at least that we do have some spells of nice weather in the mix too, which is good. So let's go close to our region here and take a look at this next rain event that we will be getting first in the GFS. So here is the rain event that we'll be getting Tuesday and then Wednesday as well. So it looks like 2 waves of rain. So let's see how much rain total we will see from this. Total accumulated precip, let's see. Yeah, so we could see around an inch of rain between both those two systems. That is the GFS. Let's go and look at the NAM. NAM also is in agreement, maybe a little less. Let's look at the NAM. Show you what this is, the NAM. So let's look at this. All right, so tomorrow is still dry, and then the rain moves in on Tuesday. It doesn't look like it's going to be all that heavy, though. Some little, looks like a little light rain. The heavier rain might be more Wednesday night into Thursday with the actual cold, the second wave that's actually stronger, and the cold front. All right, go back to the GFS. And let's look at the temperatures. All right. So as we go into tomorrow, after a probably cool down tonight, but tomorrow it will warm up once again tomorrow, and I think you're going to get close to 60, maybe above it in New Jersey. Long Island probably in the low 50s, dropping into the 40, a little warmer on the North Shore. And then we go into Tuesday, where it gets a little cooler because we're going to have the rain, and we're going to have more of an easterly flow, I think, which will keep the temperatures down. And then for Wednesday, we're still not that warm. And then Thursday, we start dropping again. Temperatures only in the looks like 40s, 40 to 45. And then for Friday, here comes the cold air again. So we're only going to be in the mid-30s for Friday, which is about 5 degrees below normal now for this time of the year. And look at Saturday. Saturday could be pretty chilly again. We might be struggling to reach the freezing mark, perhaps. So March is coming in like a lion as we head into Sunday. Look at that! Wow, only in the 20s. So this is going to be some really cold air coming in. Now, wouldn't say Arctic air, but it is almost Arctic air, or maybe modified Arctic air, but it is Arctic air for Sunday. And then look at that. Monday we start warming up again, upper 30s. Tuesday we already start recovering again. And then look at that for next Thursday, March 5th. Could be quite warm. But this is, again, that's a ways away. But then after that, it cools down again. So you can see it goes back and forth, which is kind of what you get in March. But as far as snow goes, if we were to look at the total snowfall, and go all the way out to the end, you'll see I don't think there's anything for us. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. Go upstate. You see when we were looking at the satellite images that there is snow cover upstate if you want the snow. That's especially upstate, northern New England. You got to go north for the snow. So now that we're done looking at the temperatures, let's go and look at the clouds and see what is going to be happening with the clouds. So tomorrow we start off mostly sunny, but there'll probably be some high clouds, varying but there'll still be more sunshine than clouds, I think, tomorrow. Then we see the clouds move in, and the clouds going to be with us Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday probably, and maybe Friday we try to get rid of them a little bit. And then look at that. Saturday actually has a lot of clouds over us. So it looks like it has a fairly deep, that's probably why it doesn't have the temperatures going up much. It looks like it has a lot of cloudiness over us with a very cyclonic flow, perhaps. Sunday we'll see less of those clouds, probably a little more sun that day. And then Monday be a clearer day after that. But other than that, the main thing that we're going to be dealing with this week is some rain, but nothing terrible as far as that goes. I'll look at the NAM as far as the sky cover tomorrow goes too. Sorry I sound tired, because I am tired. So it looks like we start off with a good amount of sun tomorrow, and then the clouds roll in on us, and then we'll have the clouds with us. But still, I can't do anymore. No, I'm not going to the committee tomorrow. So, if any of you are wondering, no, I'm not. Like I said, I really don't want to put my energy into that anymore anyway. But I don't even have the energy, even if I wanted to do it. So that is going to, I guess, conclude this weather update. I guess we'll look at the windy.com and we'll just look at that. I'm just curious as to what the windy.com has as far as temperatures goes throughout. I'm just curious about how it's handling that, because this is the Euro model now. So we'll look at that, and I'm curious to see how it brings the temperatures down. Let's see. So it looks like it has us around 40 degrees on Thursday. On Friday, yeah, we're in the mid-30s. And let's take a look at Saturday. Oh yeah, Saturday is going to be quite chilly. Yeah. And that's the end of February, Saturday 29th, and we're still cold. So March will come in like a lion. March will come in like a lion as far as cold goes. So that is going to wrap up this weather update. Take care.